Yeah, I mean, I would say a lot of it starts with a focus. There's so many different areas you could go and tackle. When you talk supply chain and supply chain performance, I mean, it can almost be uh, it it can be paralyzing a bit when
Yeah.
you look at all the different areas you can
Right.
touch. And I do think really, where I've seen organizations start to be able to accelerate some change here is really looking at the interaction between them and their suppliers and those points of interaction they have with their suppliers and kind of saying, where is it that we have some disruption in the way in which we work across our supply chain and how we connect with suppliers? Is that on our receiving process? Is that on our ordering process? Could it be even further upstream on like, are we poor at our planning process so our suppliers don't even know what we're bringing them? Where is it that we're struggling a bit here? And pick off one of those key points and then start to hone in on, well, okay, how have we set the expectations with our suppliers? Have we set the appropriate expectations internally and being able to look at that analysis across their industry and market to say, hey, um, we're operating with 2 week lead times on most of our orders, where the reality is most of our competitors are planning 4 weeks out or 6 weeks out, and maybe that's part of where the pain is with us and the suppliers. So it's kind of taking a look at those connection points into the suppliers, seeing where those biggest areas of pain are, focusing in on one or two of those, and then looking at it through the lens of, have I been clear internally around what our expectations are, and are those consistent? And then have I communicated that out to the supplier? And then I can start to drive the performance improvement in those areas. But when we see organizations try to go too broad and too fast all at once, you lose focus. And when I see it only internally, but it not necessarily incorporate how the suppliers are going to need to operate, you also see it fail.